So today I'm going to cook for you the most amazing one pot Chicken Tikka Biriyani, where every grain of rice is separate and beautiful, with highly flavoured chicken that's been marinated overnight, but everything made in one pot. Follow the recipe and you're going to love this dish. Okay, so here I have 2 chicken breasts that have been marinating overnight in a few spices, a teaspoon of curry powder, teaspoon of turmeric, teaspoon of chili powder, some coriander, teaspoon of coriander powder, some live Greek yogurt, an onion, 1 onion chopped finely, a teaspoon of garlic and a teaspoon of ginger. I've stirred it all up, some salt, and I've left it overnight just to nicely marinate, and wow, the smell already is incredible. So let's get cooking. Okay, so here's my little magic spice pots. What I've done is I've taken out of the spice pots some little cardamom pods, probably 4 or 5 cardamom pods, which I've just kind of hit with a knife, split them open, some cloves, 4 cloves, cinnamon sticks and some bay leaves. I've got those prepped to cook in my little pan over here. So let's get some oil in the pan. So probably around, I'd say about 5 tablespoons of oil. I've used rapeseed oil, which has just got a nice kind of high heat threshold, so best to use something like that. Okay, so 30 seconds later, the heat is getting nice and hot now. We're going to take our little spices, we're going to drop them in. Just going to let those sizzle away for a minute. What I want is the kind of spices just to cook out just for a minute. See them starting to sizzle. As they're sizzling, literally it could be 30 seconds. Okay, so the spices started to sizzle. I've added my chicken. It's really important now that we kind of separate out those chicken pieces. It's going to sizzle because there's moisture from the yogurt. And what we want to do is we want to really just fry those chicken pieces, probably for, I don't know, I've kind of turned the heat down to kind of a medium sort of setting, and I think that they ought to fry for, I'd give it like a good 3 to 4 minutes, maybe 5 minutes on each side. I want them really nice and crispy, so I'll come back in about 5 minutes. Okay, so the chicken here has been going for like 3 to 4 minutes. Let's have a little look. You can see how it's starting to brown. So we're just going to turn it around. I want a nice crispy kind of chicken. The oil is kind of needed at this phase because otherwise the chicken will kind of stick to the bottom. I'm going to take out a bit of the oil before we add the rice, but it's really important that you have patience at this phase and just let the chicken brown. I think that needs another couple of minutes even still on this side, so still another couple of minutes. Okay, so a couple of minutes later, I think, yeah, you see that nice browning. Really important that those onions also cook through. And everything has that nice, crispy, caramelized kind of look. This is going to add tremendous flavour. for the final dish. Another couple of minutes, 3 to 4 minutes on the other side now. I'll see you in a sec. Alright, 2-3 minutes later, and we've got the chicken that's kind of cooked anyway, just about, as you can see. Nice and crispy brown, onions are getting nice and brown. Sauce is looking great. Everything's cooking through nicely. So we'll just give that another minute. And over here, I've got my rice. I've got like 1 mug of rice, probably around 2 cups. And I'm actually going to get 2 stock cubes, just to give added depth of flavour. This with some water, boiling water, 2 stock cubes. It's just going to help me when I'm cooking the rice. So there's my stock. Really simply, I don't even wash the rice, I just pour it straight in. Just a ½ teaspoon of turmeric to the rice. It's important that you fry the turmeric with the rice. A little bit more turmeric, maybe a full teaspoon. So the turmeric gives the rice a nice yellowy kind of colour. Just turn the heat down a little bit. You don't want to burn the rice, it's very important. You keep stirring the rice at this stage. Do not leave it to burn. You can burn literally a tiny bit, the whole thing will taste burnt. So we're frying the rice up. You can still see it. It's looking glistening and golden. It's blending with everything. I'm going to add just a few little mustard seeds here, here's my mustard seeds, just a few little mustard seeds to add flavour to the rice. Okay. The simplicity of this dish is everything's in one pot. No playing around, emptying the rice. Everything's together. Gonna get some salt. Remember, we're going to put stock in, so we're not going to add a huge amount of salt. Not much, just a little sprinkle. Okay, I kind of think the rice, I'm just going to pour it straight in. Now in terms of how much stock, well, in total the liquid needs to be double the rice. Normally I would see it as like an inch over the top of the rice, something like that. Fill soft lid, I'll leave a little bit of air to escape so that steam can come out. Let's have a look in 15 minutes. I want all the water, all the juice to be absorbed by the rice, so we're not going to be straining anything. So here we are about kind of 10 minutes in, maybe 8 minutes in. It's an important step because what we're going to do is take the lid off. I'm going to use a fork, no big spoons, nice and light. And we'll just check consistency using a fork and nice light touches. So it looks like Mimi's getting hungry while we're waiting for our biryani here. So again, 3-4 minutes. Again, an important step. Right, now what we're going to do is we're going to turn the heat completely off. Just at the point there's still a little bit of liquid on the sides. And what we're going to do, we're just going to put the lid tight on now. And just the natural steam of it is going to make it cook beautifully. And that probably needs, I'd say, another 8 minutes of just letting it steam in its own juices. So here are my garnishes for my biryani. I'm going to have some coriander, I'm going to chop it up in a second. A mild chili. And I use like honey roast cashew nuts because I'm a little bit crazy, but they are so delicious on this dish. So let's just chop those up and sprinkle them on top. Again, I use a fork, no big spoons. Let's just keep things nice and light. The cashew nuts, the chilies, everything's going to add like a new layer to this. That's the way I like to eat